Hi everybody, this is the third video covering section 4.3. This video should be rather short, and we are going to go through the fundamental counting principle. So in video 1, we did statistical independence. In video 2, we talked about statistically dependent events, where one event depends upon another, and introduced the notion of conditional probability, probably the most challenging part of this section. Today, in this video, we're going to talk about the fundamental counting principle. And here it is. It's actually relatively straightforward. The fundamental counting principle has to deal with computing the total number of outcomes in a multi-stage experiment, or it has to deal with computing the sample space in a multi-stage experiment. There, that was so important, I actually thought I should probably write that in there. Okay, so suppose that you have a multi-stage experiment with n stages. And suppose that the number of possible outcomes for the first stage is, well, let's call it n sub 1. And the number of outcomes for the second stage is n sub 2, all the way down to that the multiple outcomes for the nth stage is n sub n. Then the total number of outcomes is going to be the product of all the outcomes in each stage. That's all it says. For example, if you toss a coin 4 times, then the total number of outcomes is going to be the number of outcomes associated with the first stage, 2 times the number of outcomes associated with the second stage, 2 times the number of outcomes associated with the third stage, 2 times the number of outcomes, associated with the fourth stage, 2, which of course will give you 2 to the fourth, or 16. Okay, that's pretty much what we're talking about here. Another one is, suppose that we have a coin and then a die. And the experiment is to flip a coin, then roll the die. Well, the total number of outcomes associated with flipping a coin, that's 2. Total number of outcomes associated with rolling a die, that is 6. Total number of outcomes happens to be 12. And let's go ahead and bring this home with one example, similar to what you will see in your homework. A value meal package at Ron's Subs consists of a drink, a sandwich, and a bag of chips. There are 6 types of drinks to choose from, 4 types of sandwiches to choose from, and 2 types of chips. How many different value meal packages are possible? And actually what they're asking is, what is the size of the sample space? Well, the size of the sample space is going to be equal to the number of outcomes associated with drinks. That's one stage. The number of times the number of sandwiches that you could possibly have, that is going to be 4, times the number of chips, which of course will be 2. And then just multiply them together. 6 times 4 is 24, times 2 is 48. And that is the fundamental counting principle. And that is all that I have for probably my world's shortest video. Stay tuned for my next video where, yes, I'm going to do the homework. That's probably the one that you want to watch. Until then, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. This is Bob Boyle, signing off.